All right, hello there. This is Prasant back again in the video with the title Automobile Racing. I'm giving this speech on the third person, so it's an iteration after I had already done two iteration previously. This is the third one, and most likely be the final version of this speech for tonight. So, car racing, automobile racing has existed since the invention of automobiles, and it is said to believe that car racing began 5 minutes after the second car was invented. Now you see the competitiveness in the founding father, how excited that game was, and how deeply in touch was the people who started the game. So, so you know that was the beginning of car racing, and there are two kinds of car racing. That's Formula One and IndyCar series. That's American style best, and then the Formula One is European style best. And in 2005, person named racer named John Pablo set this mind blowing record of 373 kilometer per an hour. That's around 232 miles per hour. Um, this is an absolutely amazing record. Is set that record and could be the world Guinness record of highest speed ever recorded so far in human existence. So, and while I was looking into it, I realized one of the greatest quote by a greatest ratio. I don't exactly remember the name of this guy, but he said, you know, he was driving this car, and then he realized he was no longer driving it with consciousness. Said it was all driven by an instinct, and that's when he started moving in a different dimension than what he was normally doing. You know, on any given day, a racer is given a circumstances, is given a limit to meet, and then he goes after that limit. And when all his mind and all his energy is put to get that limit touched in that day or get that thing accomplished. So when this racer get near the limit, and then he finally touched the limit, something great happens. And the great thing about it is that he can actually go further than that limit, and that's when he realizes and goes to the path of the greater than the greatest, of the greatest racer of all time. That's how their mindset is. By the mind, by the determination, by the experience, intensity, instinct, and will, you can just fly that high. And in any car race, is speed just a necessary thing? Is it absolutely everything? No, speed is not an absolutely everything. You cannot just take a one example and then generalize everything out of it. If you have a competitive advantage of speed, no other racer in your race has that speed, then of course you'll better win that race. But to win a race, I'm talking about the pure car race, you have to have is first setup, second savviness of the pit crew, and the third skill set of a driver. So those are absolutely important thing. I think I did justice to the title today. um, it would be better if I go through this in resources tomorrow as well, but it was great start, and I hope to see you all tomorrow.